Hi, I'm Lauren Gray Hawkins. Join me as we go behind the scenes of the Triple E program to meet the teachers who make project-based activities fun for our elementary school students.
So Triple E, like the main program is called Enhancing Elementary Excellence. And our main purpose is to bring students outside of their comfort zone, thinking outside the box.
I feel like school is much more than saying, okay, we're gonna learn math, we're gonna learn science and all that kind of stuff. It's more about how can I apply this to my life and how will this help me in the future.
You feel inside that you feel like you're happy because you have projects, and we are really happy to test that out and see if it works, and if it works you can build it again.
I would say that arts and humanities is a place that you can express yourself and build up creativity and communicate with others.
You can express yourself doing something fun or doing something that expresses yourself to make all the madness or sadness come out.
The fall Triple E theme is World Culture and Language, which is what we are doing here. We have STEM, we have Global Study, and Art and Humanity. I think all of the Triple E classroom is trying to really let the students see all these skills that they have been working so hard and put them in action. But we're using the methodology of project-based learning, which is like, you have to have a product at the end. And, we have to have a driving question, which is a long-last understanding. And then we ask the question all along this way to, create this product.
I love this class because I get to learn about countries that I never heard about before.
I get to work with my friends and we get to make our own story using our imagination.
She teaches us about the world, and she helps us because wherever we need help, she's right there and helps us. I have to say my favorite part, aside from basic Mandarin, would be the group projects and how we have the freedom to learn the way we want to, and how we can learn in our own order and how we want to, and solve problems on our own.
He makes it a special class because people get together and they can be kind, and there's no negative, there's only positive.
Most of my teachers, well, I love both of my teachers, but they don't really let us do everything by ourselves. They help us with everything, which is a good thing sometimes. But Mr. Bootwalla, he lets us do it by ourselves, and he helps us when we need help, and he lets us take charge.
He is just so helpful. He's always at our collaborative planning sessions, and he really kind of comes in and tries to be a part of the classroom instead of just being a separate entity of the classroom.
We can go to him if we say, oh, I want to teach problem solving with division in math, but I want to do a more hands-on activity. Then he can give us new approaches or ways to teach that sort of problem with the students.
Understanding where the second grade teachers are in their curriculum, or a fourth grade teacher are, we are able to create amazing projects for children to use that integrates with what they're learning. So they're not learning multiple things all the time and they're getting confused. No, we're going to take bits and pieces of what you're learning and incorporate it in our learning as well.
It's like the projects that we do are fun, but it's basically like we're learning and you don't actually notice the learning part because of the projects.
It's my favorite class because it helps us build up their strength in our brain.
You're both learning, but you're learning different things in different ways, like helping yourself and other people.
It's like we don't always do science projects, but in STEM it's like we create something, we try it out, and then we create something else.
What makes my world culture and language class different from any other class is how we do more cooperative work than in any other class.
I like working with other people because it's a lot of fun and we learn a lot. I learn better when I work with other people because it's like we don't have that much time, but we will get it done faster.
He fosters such a positive energy, and that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, get messy and, accidentally ruin material. Well, we'll just get another piece. We'll get another paper plate. But it's always about kids finding themselves, and even that creativity comes with it.
That EEE program should not be just in this room or within these walls. Is a way of learning. It's a project-based learning. It's like there is we're focused, we're driven, and we are making connection of all that little pieces that we try to learn every day and make it into like a much bigger whole. Yeah, and it's really fun.
Instead of having just one right answer all the time, the kids are more than willing to raise their hand and say, well, I thought about it from this angle. And we're definitely seeing that all the way up through the grades.
When we go back and we go to science, we kind of know more because say we're focusing on circuits, we'll be able, because since we know from STEM that this is you put both circuits to create the electricity, let the pass through the wires to create the light. So it's easier for us because we already have done it in STEM, so we're just applying it to other subjects.
My favorite part about teaching EEE is that students get to choose what they want to learn about, but at the same time they don't realize that it really is connected with their curriculum because there's a lot of planning that goes into project-based learning, and I do meet with teachers to connect with Common Core standards and our SIT plan.
It also helps us with math and teaches us how people in different countries have different ways of doing math. So it's really helping us learning about different ways culture work and the way their surroundings and the way and what they believe and how it affects what they do.
I think one of the best things that they learn in STEM is how to plan something out first and then figure out what materials they need and then work to create it and then use it and then go back and reflect on it and see what do they still need to add or what could they fix or what could they change. Because a lot of our students, they get a task or an assignment to do and they want to do it and then get it done and then they turn it in. So having to make blueprints is something that I've seen students, now that they've done it more in STEM, are more willing to make drafts in writing or more willing to go back over a math problem after they've already solved it once.
It's meant to be a little bit different right now from the general ed classroom, but our main goal at the end of the day is to be planning with other teachers and building some of these routines and project-based student voice into their rooms as well. I love just seeing what students can come up with and how much they can accomplish and how much responsibility they can take on when the opportunity is given to them. It's amazing, really, to just see what they can do when you step back and say, here are the tools, let's explore this problem. What do you guys think?
I would want them to know that STEM, it's very educational, but it's fun at the same time. So it's you're learning, but it doesn't feel like you're learning. It just looks it just seems like you're just having fun.
We really do love arts and humanities, and it's an incredible way of learning. And we get to learn about all sorts of cultures and arts, which is what I love most about it.
We're not just about here's a test. It's going in a folder and you put it in your closet. These are lifelong learners that have built something. They have a purpose. It means something to them. And it's always out to display. Every EEE project that we do in any of the programs has a community aspect. Whether it is with parents, with staff, or with local businesses around. We love to incorporate everyone.
I would say to other adults that you should try out this program called EEE. It's awesome. You get to learn how to collaborate. You have awesome projects. It'll make children want to come to school every day.